Recently, there are reports showing that dishwashers are earning $3,500 and Grab delivery riders earning more than $6,500 per month. Meanwhile, in online forums, people are claiming to be earning around $20,000 to $25,000 per month. For example, this lady here, who is claiming to be earning up to $22,000 per month at just 27 years old. While these numbers may make it seem like every Singaporean is earning a ton of money, the real question is, how much does the average Singaporean actually makes? That's why in this video, we'll be looking at the median salary based on age, gender, education, and even race. Not just that, we will also look at where the richest Singaporeans stay, what kind of houses they stay in, what their jobs are, and more importantly, what are the lessons that we can take away from this. Also, do join my Telegram group to discuss or ask any questions that you may have. With that being said, let's jump right in. First up, let's start by looking at the median salary of the different age groups. The gross median income starts out the lowest at just $2,925 when you are between 20 to 24 years old. Then, the older you get, the higher the median income, until it peaks at $6,825 for 35 to 44-year-olds. After that, the median income starts going down until it drops to $5,850 for those between 50 to 54 years old. This isn't too surprising, given that those between 35 to 44 years old would generally be at the peak of their careers, while those in their 20s would still be studying or just graduated. Moving on, let's check out the median incomes for males and females over the past 10 years. Here, we can see that males are consistently earning more than females. In 2022, the median income for males was 10.1%, higher than females. In fact, the percentage difference in salaries between both genders have generally been in the double digits, with males on the upper side. The difference is the greatest in 2018 of 14.3%, and lowest at 7.9% in 2020. This is what we call the gender pay gap, where males tend to earn more than females. There are a few explanations on why females generally earn less than males, such as having childbearing responsibilities, which means that they may have to take up lower intensity jobs. Also, based on Singapore's adjusted gender pay gap report, there is something known as the occupation segregation, where males are more likely to be working in higher paying occupations, such as doctors, software developers, and CEOs, while females tend to be in lower paying jobs, such as teachers, clerks, and admin staff. However, if we look at the age breakdown, females will actually be earning more than males at a younger age, up to about 29 years old. Only after this point, the salary for males starts to overtake females. Why? This is most likely due to the mandatory 2-year full-time national service that males have to serve, which means that females would have the 2-year head start in their careers. Let's check out the income level for different education levels. According to the data here, those with higher education qualifications are generally paid more, with degree holders having the highest median income of $8,190, and those with below secondary education level have the lowest median income of $2,250. Because of this, it's not hard to see why our parents would want us to get a degree. And this is simply because with a degree, you are more likely to have the knowledge and skills to stand out in a competitive job market as compared to someone who doesn't have a degree, hence the higher pay. But that is not to say that you cannot succeed without a good qualification. In fact, some of Singapore's most successful people today do not even have a degree. A good example would be the founder of Haidilao, Zhang Yong, who is one of Singapore's richest persons today, despite being a high school dropout. Who would have known that you can hot big by just selling hot pots? Regardless, having a proper degree still remains as a safe choice, as it will increase your chances of getting a stable job. Also, it is a good backup plan just in case things do not work out your way. Quick pause. Did you know that with Tiger Broker's Fund More, you now have access to a wide variety of funds offered by reputable fund houses? To access it, just open up the app, head to quotes at the top, scroll all the way to the right, then tap on Funds. Here, you'll find a list of funds already filtered out for you. But if you are not sure where to start, you can always check out the Unit Trust Starter Pack, which has been handpicked by Tiger Broker's team to provide you with a diversified portfolio with exposure to global equity and global bonds. You can then invest consistently into them via the regular savings plan. With Fund More, you can start investing at just 100 Singapore dollars, and best of all, there's 0% sales charge and platform fee for purchasing these funds. As a bonus, if you sign up using my link down below, fund your accounts with 1,500 SGD, hold it for 7 days while completing 5 buy trades, you will earn $40 worth of Apple fractional shares, $880 Starbucks shares, one free stock worth up to 888 SGD, and an exclusive $30 Tesla fractional shares. And if you make a stock transfer in of $10,000 or more, you will also earn $50 stock voucher. So if you are interested, you can sign up to Tiger Brokers using my link down below. With that being said, let's get back to the video. Moving on, let's look at the relationship between race and income levels. While the statistics do not directly compare the salaries across different races, we can look at the distribution of income levels within a particular race to see how this compares with other races. Here, we can see that around 50% of the Chinese and Indian population have an income of more than $5,000. This is twice as much as compared to the Malays. We can also see that the Indian community has the smallest proportion earning at the lowest levels of below $1,000 and the largest proportion earning more than $15,000, with Malays being at the opposite end. Based on the research conducted by NUS, this is due to a weak social capital among the Malay community in Singapore. As compared to the Chinese and Indian population, Malays have a smaller fraction of university graduates, private housing dwellers, and generally a weaker social network. Next, what are some of the highest paying jobs and industries in Singapore? For those who are ambitious with big dreams, this is for you. For fresh grads, while lawyers and doctors used to take up the top few spots in the yearly graduate employment survey in the past, this is slowly changing with the IT graduates starting to earn more in recent years. Some of the top paying jobs today are those in the finance and IT industries. For example, a chief finance officer could be earning up to 250k, while a solution architect in the IT industry could be earning anywhere between 150k and 250k. This translates to more than 20k per month, which is 4 times as much as Singapore's median income of $5,070. Meanwhile, those in the insurance services, IT and government sectors are also reported to be earning more than other industries. The median income for those in the insurance services industry is $8,190, while those in IT and public service have a median income of $7,000 and $6,962 respectively. In fact, the financial and insurance services industry has consistently provided the highest income over the past 10 years, and it is still growing. Another industry that is seeing a huge jump in pay is the technology sector, where the salary is expected to increase by up to 30% from 2022 to 2024. On the other end, the industries that are paid the lowest are administration and support services at $2,925 and accommodation and food services at $2,620. But of course, there are exceptions where you could also whack big even if you may not be in the top earning industries. Fun fact, 8 out of 10 Singapore's richest people are in the healthcare, F&B, real estate and manufacturing industries, which are not the best paying industries. Next, our incomes would generally reflect on our lifestyles, the areas we stay at, and the type of houses we live in. As expected, those who are more well-to-do would likely be able to afford staying at more atas neighborhoods, such as Bukit Timah, Orchard and Marina Bay. It is noted that atas estates such as Tanglin, River Valley, Bukit Timah and Downtown Core have the largest proportion of residents with household income above 20k. The median household income for these areas is at least 15k, which is 50% more than the median Singaporean household income of $10,099. Depending on the housing types, housing prices in these areas can go up to tens or even hundreds of millions of dollars. For example, a GCP in Orchard could easily go for $30 million, while a penthouse at Marina Bay can easily cost $20 million. Fun fact, the most expensive house to have ever transacted in Singapore was in Orchard, which was a GCB that was sold for an incredible $230 million back in 2019. On the other end, the lower income households would most probably be staying in public housing or rental flats in regular neighborhoods, such as Outram, Bukit Merah, Kallang and Ang Mo Kio. These estates have the largest proportion of households with an income below $5,000 and the lowest proportion of households in the high income brackets. In particular, the Outram estate is sometimes known as a rental housing estate, as it is home to quite a number of one-room rental flats. Okay, here are my thoughts. Having a stable and comfortable income is important because it helps you pay for your bills and make sure that you have a decent standard of living. However, having a good salary is not everything. There are also other factors that play a part in job satisfaction, such as work-life balance, gaining new skills, and a good company culture. In fact, according to a recent survey in 2022, it was found that work-life balance is more important than salary when choosing a job, with stress being quoted as the main reason. That's why it's important that you are content with what you have. For example, some rich people, such as this guy over here, is content with staying in HDBs just because it suits them more. Anyway, that's all for this video. Hopefully, you found it useful. Like, share, and subscribe as I'll be posting new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.